.com.
This is bullshit. I mean, I am so sick of this. I don't live here anymore. I just moved to Polygamyville. But I come here every time there's a DUI checkpoint. There's on criminallawfare.com. We teach people how to exercise their rights. Everybody thinks they know how to exercise. But what do you do when a thug with a badge and a gun comes up to you and is demanding stuff from you? What do you do?
Well, most people don't do anything. They give in.
They give in and they just
right, because they feel they have no other choice.
Right.
But they do, because they don't know what their rights are and what the Constitution states.
Right.
You must refuse to comply.
Absolutely. Well, yes. And if you're being detained, ask, am I being detained? Because sometimes if you're not in handcuffs,
I don't even believe that detainment is legal or unlawful. If you're not being arrested, then they got nothing.
Right. They're just talking to get you arrested.
Yeah.
So shut the hell
So you'll
up.
incriminate yourself.
Oh yeah. Never tell on yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you guys, were you at the convention?
No.
I missed it.
I got to meet.
Oh, the Libertarian?
You got to meet Ron Paul?
No, not Ron Paul. I didn't see him there. The guy that's running for in Indiana for governor, the Rupert. He's the survivor. You know, he won the survivor. Got $1 million or something. But he was there. He's very passionate. I think he's going to be the next Jesse Ventura. You know, kind of flamboyant, the beard, and you know.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're here, and what we've been doing is we really are gaining a little bit of real estate, a little bit at a time. Because what we do is we're here with the cameras, and before we were here, right about now, there would be 5 or 6 people walking the line. And here, you know, we're holding them accountable, and they're not treating them as badly as they were. I am a radio show host for freedomizerradio.com, and the founder, Proof Negative, was telling me that he was caught up in one of these. He lives here in Las Vegas. He was taking his kids to pizza, and he says a cop asked him, "How much have you had to drink?" He says, I haven't had a drop to drink in 22 years. And he says, yeah, that's what they all say. You know,
yeah.
and tried to bully him, and he says, yeah, what am I supposed to now, is it illegal not to drink? You know, it's like,
yeah.
He was feeling like a criminal for not drinking.
I haven't drank for 29 years. Do you think they'd believe me?
Right, and he had his 2 daughters in the back, and the little one said, Daddy, I'm hungry, because they were in the way of CC's Pizza, which can't be good for the businesses around here when they do.
I would just tell them, you know what? My kids are hungry, I have to go. Unless you're arresting me, I'm out of here.
Right, but no, most people don't do that. So when the cop heard him say, Daddy, I'm hungry, the cop said to my boss, he said, it's your lucky day, get out of here.
Your lucky day.
That's
lucky day.
Yeah.
That's kind of tyranny that goes on. And you know what? Our taxes support all this so they can come out and harass us.
Right. They just let somebody go. There was a lady there. It looked like she was
a lady there, and they had her handcuffed.
Yeah. Yes. They had her handcuffed. Well, they had her old man over there. He was drunk.
Oh, he just walked away.
Oh.
And he's kicking stuff.
Yeah, he was mad. I went over and he says, don't talk to me, talk to them. I said, no, I'm on your side. Tell me what you think about this. And he says, I think it's bullshit. He was mad, drunk, and everything. But
this is incredibly unlawful.
Oh, look at Nazi. This is
Thomas Jefferson would be spinning in his grave over this.
Absolutely.
Sergeant just stopped us and asked us what was going on. He said he's out here saving lives.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
How does he know he's saving lives?
You can catch 4 times as many people by doing it the old-fashioned way, patrolling. This is nothing but a theater to show domination and control over we the
That's what it is. It's conditioning.
Sheeple.
It's conditioning the American people to bend over and take it up the ass.
People come through here.
Whenever they say bend over.
And you know, I got handcuffed the other day because I'm an open carrier, you see? And this really helps, you know, people, I'll probably never use it, but the only reason I use it is to repel cops and criminals.
Yeah.
Because they see this, I'm on my motorcycle, sometimes I don't even wear a helmet, and this is a helmet required state. They're afraid of it.
And do you have a permit for that?
Absolutely not. This is an open carry state. I will never get a permission slip.
You do not need permission for a right.
No. Utah, no permission slips. The only thing in Utah, you're not supposed to have a bullet in the chamber. That's the only difference.
Now let me ask you this. Are you a citizen?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, but did you know that citizens do not have the right to keep and bear arms?
What do you mean by that?
It is the right of the people to keep and bear arms.
Okay.
Citizens are not people.
Citizens become part of the corporation.
People created the government. They are above the government. the government created the citizens with the 14th Amendment. If you are a citizen, that right doesn't apply to you.
Wow. Well, I may be even more controversial than you guys because I know you guys are libertarians, but I don't believe that the Constitution.
This is why I became sovereign.
Oh, okay.
I am now a people. I am not a citizen anymore.
Very good. That's good to know. Do you have a card or anything?
Yeah.
That would be great. I don't have any. I should
You got
get
one
some.
right here. I got one right here.
Thank you. Yeah, that is
I'll have to
interesting.
keep that in mind. I ain't a citizen, I'm a people.
Yeah, if you read the Constitution, it says it is the right of the people to keep and bear arms. It does not say anything about citizens. You'll notice once you get past the first 10 amendments, it doesn't mention people anymore. It starts talking about citizens and persons. Persons are citizens.
That was probably amended.
What's that?
And that was probably amended. Probably said people, but somebody put citizen in there.
Right.
Changed the wording.
They changed the wording.
Did you see my friends up over there? They've got the big signs that say police ahead, and they're warning people.
I don't think we went down that far.
What they do is they measure, because by law they're supposed to do it, and at first they were
Well,
like
this is unlawful all the way around.
Oh, it was even
There's nothing
worse.
lawful about this at all.
It was so much
and legal
worse.
and lawful are two different things too, just like people and citizens.
I'm going to send you some of the YouTubes that my colleague did on this when he first started working on this. It's amazing. This cop on a bike, you know, sitting there waiting to see people, and the sign was flipped over. So, and then anybody who, they have a right to, make a U-turn if they don't want to consent to it, right? Anyone who U-turns,
They go after them.
they don't so much.
Here, let me get you at this angle so I can get the cops in the background while I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Get around that.
Yeah, get me wound
Are
up.
you a citizen?
I'm not a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm a people.
I filed all my paperwork and I actually sent it to the Secretary of State and everything. I'm now a sovereign.
Sovereign?
Yeah.
But actually, you don't have to file paperwork to become a sovereign. Okay?
If you, well, you kind of do, except when it gets to court. When it gets to court, you're sovereign just because you say you are. But you have to never admit to being a citizen, and you say that you are one of the people of these United States.
Won't they shoot you for that?
The United States and the United States of America, these United States is completely different from the United States. The United States is a corporation that we hired to do the government for us that resides in 10 square miles in a place called the District of Columbia. It's nothing more than a corporation. They can't make any rules that don't apply to citizens of the corporation.
Wow.
If you're not a corporate member, all those statutes don't belong to you. Only law, and by law I mean common law. By common law, I mean do no one no harm and you've committed no crime.
Right. That's why I don't think drugs should be even legalized. They should just be decriminalized. And what I tell people...
All statutes should be wiped out. Only keep the law. Statutes, codes, regulations, ordinances, they're not laws.
It's the way to get money.
They enforce them as if they were, but they're not laws.
People allow them. Right.
Well, my position is what Bill Buford says. He's the founder of ZeroGov.com and is a good friend of mine. And he says if it wasn't for police officers, politicians couldn't take away our liberties. That's profound. So, and in Las Vegas we have a very horrible situation where our Sheriff Gillespie, I call him Gestapo Gillespie, he is in bed with the feds. He is part of Homeland Security. Under his watch, there were 12 innocent victims murdered in 2011 under his watch, and they all get paid time off, and there has been no convictions, no nothing.
I know, I've read his website. He's definitely in bed with the feds.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, I've got...
And these are his minions we're looking at right here.
You know Stuart
See
Rhodes.
this? All these are his minions, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
They think they're big, bad, and tough because they got a badge and a gun.
Well,
they're just minions.
Right. I got mine too.
Yeah.
And that really levels the playing field. It really does. And I'll never use it, but it really does. And I had a criminal actually. I was living close to the strip, and I was walking my dogs 10 o'clock at night in the winter, it was misting, and I was on the phone with my activist colleague, and this guy came up to me in a car, like a pimp car, and he rolled the window down and said something. I turned around and said, "You're talking to me?" He saw the flash, I mean, it kind of, you know, the light. He saw that, he says, "No," and he rolled the window off and off he went.
Oh, that's right.
He probably thought I was a cop, and then most people think I'm a cop. You know?
I can't tell you how many people left me alone just because I used to carry a 44 Magnum, I had a single action 44 revolver that I carried on my hip at all times, and when I lived in Alaska, and they it just got me out of all kinds of trouble.
Yes.
Yeah. They see that and they're like, whoop, they're gone.
Yeah, I was open carrying
Well, why do you carry it?
to repel cops and criminals.
Yeah. And because you can.
Because you can, that's right.
Just because you can.
Because you can. Yeah.
You know.
And that's our motto with GuerrillaLawfare.com. Rights, use them or lose them.
That's right. Some people wear
Oh, yeah.
jewelry.
That's right.
And hardware.
And the government will not stick up for your rights. You have to stick up for your own.
I was in the Marine Corps from 79 to 84. And most of these cops are
And they let them go.
most of these cops are making over $110,000.
A year. Yeah.
This is
It's too
federal
bad
grant.
dollars ain't really worth anything more than the paper they're printed on.
It's not worth anything.
I know.
I don't really fear, but I'm predicting the day that we wake up and our dollar is worth nothing and
Right.
there'll be mass
I'm just
chaos.
wondering what's going to happen when people have nothing left to trade with.
Well, and when I was, I think 18 years old, I remember Mexico's peso dropped like substantially, and there was like suicides and chaos out there, and I think Americans really didn't hear about that very much, but I was in Indiana and my parents were connected to the Mexican culture and
Yeah.
we knew about it. It was a big deal.